What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 6 of the Center Court podcast with Colin and Caleb. I know it's been a while since you guys have heard from us, but we have a lot in store for you on this episode. But first, we just like to check in with each other. How's everything going, Caleb? I know you had Father's Day. You've been really busy. How's life?
It's good, man. So since our last episode, we told people that we're having another little boy. We found out as a boy, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Our first boy, so super excited about that. And then I had a great Father's Day. Ready for the fourth tomorrow. Hopefully some good food. We'll see. How about you? How you been?
I'm good, man. Just been working, coaching. My coaching tenure is almost coming to an end. We have our last tournament next weekend, so it's a bittersweet moment. But I'm doing good. I'm good, man. Can't complain.
Heck yeah, man.
But that's dope though. Baby boy on the way. Is he gonna join the pod or like got a split screen? Like what we're gonna do?
That's why I'm saying I might have to introduce him a little bit. Might have to get him watching some basketball. It
Yeah,
is December. He's doing December, so like
for sure.
he's already going to be watching some film.
You gotta start him out early. You have
Day
to.
one, day one,
You
we're
have
going to watch
to.
some basketball.
But with that being said, since the last time you've seen us, we had the opportunity to work the Dalton Connect camp, which is a great opportunity for me and Caleb. Um, First, I want to thank Scott Phillips. He's the person who reached out to me and asked me if I'd be willing to participate in the camp, and he asked me if I knew any people that would be interested. And Caleb was the first person that came to mind, just because his basketball background, the relationship that we have, and I knew he'd be great around kids. So he was one of the first people that I reached out to help out, and it was a great opportunity. So glad that Scott reached out to me. Shout out to Jamal too, and Sean, and everybody that was there. It was just a great opportunity for us to be around Dalton and give back to the next generation. How did you enjoy the camp? Like, what did you think about it?
Dude, I thought it was fun. There was a lot of kids, but it was a lot of fun. It really was. I'm excited to hopefully be doing it next year too. So super hyped, man. I thought it was really good. It was cool meeting Dalton, that kind of thing. And um, yeah, I'll put up a quick video. Those of you that don't know Dalton Connect, and then we'll show some clips from the camp. But yeah, this is Dalton Connect.
Good feet. Oh, to connect. What a throw. Connect will try again. And hit again. He's more than just a catch.
Yeah, he was guarding guys at UVA. Look at the alley-oop. From LeBron out of bounds. How about that? Finding Connect.
To have a good offensive quarter.
Connect goes in the game. He's got it. Don't connect.
Lakers open up to 4.
3 on the clock. Lakers ball. Connect in the corner.
Oh!
He's
Let it.
So that's obviously Dalton Connect for those of you that don't know and are watching. I feel like most people probably know who he is. But right now, these are some clips that me and Colin both took from the camp, and then some pictures and stuff in there too. But yeah, it was a blast. It was great, and great for Knoxville too. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really cool.
I think it was cool. I don't think Knoxville has many NBA players come back and give to the community like that. Especially being his first camp, it was a great turnout. Um, I was in charge of a finishing station, as you can see right here. The guys are making layups, working on a dribble handoff, and finishing some layups, different inside hand, outside hand, Euro steps. But it was a great opportunity. Dalton is a real laid back guy. I look forward to doing it again next year, for sure, for sure. And I think the kids loved it too.
Yeah, I had the sixth grade group. It there was, I believe, 35 kids, so I had my hands full for sure. But it was so much fun, man, and just seeing them like light up whenever they saw him, and I do agree. There's no one, not really many NBA players come from Knoxville or come back and do something like this for the Knoxville area. Um, so this was really cool. It was really cool to see Dalton again, like Colin said, he seemed like a super laid back guy, chill guy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I like the part where he got to work out in front of kids. It's not often that you get to see a pro player go through. I mean, I know it wasn't a full hour workout, but getting to see a pro player go through a workout and go through ball handling is really dope to see, and it inspires you to repeat those same drills. So I think that was a good experience for the kids to see.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I completely agree with you. Yeah, I
Also, I
thought that
will
was
say though, he wasn't that big in person. Like he wasn't. He was like he didn't look average, but he wasn't just like super huge as you think he would be.
you all made me look so small in that picture, dude. Madison was like, "Man, you look like a little midget by Colin Dalton." I was like, "Thanks, I appreciate that."
It was
I
great though.
appreciate that. Oh yeah, it was,
Definitely looking forward to building on this camp and doing it again next year. Running it back. Hopefully, we have more content, more stuff we can show you guys next year. But it was a great opportunity for sure.
heck yeah, it was a ton of fun.
Transitioning to our next topic, though, the NBA draft. Did you get to watch? Did you just watch the first round? You watched the whole thing.
So I watched the first round and then part of the second round.
Okay.
Dude, it was crazy. I do want to say one thing before we get into it.
Mhm.
I should have said it a minute ago, but thank you for thinking of me about the Dalton Knecht camp. I did want to say that publicly. That meant a lot to me that you even thought about me, and we're willing to drive down here and stuff. So that was a ton of fun, and I appreciate it. Got to spend. Those of you that don't know, I got to spend some time with Colin too. He
That was great.
at the house. Oh yeah, it was a ton of fun, man.
It was
Ton of
great.
fun. And the NBA draft side. So I did want to say one thing. I think their draft coverage is terrible for the NBA draft.
Okay.
I don't think they do a good job of it, in my opinion. Like I feel like not to criticize that because I know we're going to get into a lot about the players and stuff like that, but I feel like the trade side of things, I think they do a really poor job of hey, you're getting traded. Like they don't even know half the time until after it's done. Like it's just like a wild scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like they can do a better job of that because they'll be talking about the team and then they don't realize, oh, that team just traded. So instead of talking about the players, that kind of deal. So I think they need to emphasize more of talking about the players in those situations. I don't know. I wanted to hear what you.
I think that whole situation needs to be fixed anyway though. It just sucks to put on one hat and then you find out mid interview you're going somewhere else. Like that just seems very unprofessional in a sense. Like why is that okay? That doesn't even you get your hopes up thinking you're going somewhere else and then turns out you just get switched immediately. I just think that whole idea needs to be fixed.
Yeah, and I think part of it, so the NBA new league year is what, July 1st or no, it's the 30th or something like that is the last day of the league year. And it's why not just push the draft to after that, in my opinion? Because if you push it a day or two later, it's not going to mess anything up. It just pushes the dates back a little bit, but I don't know. What do I know?
Right. Right. Let me ask you this though. I heard in a couple interviews, AJ said he didn't work out for any teams. He just went to each city and ate and talked to the coaches. What do you think about that?
That's bold. That's really bold in my opinion. I get it, but I get it. He was probably just I'm not trying to travel. They know who I am, whatever. But it's not like he's AJ's an incredible player. I don't think he's anything like Wemby, that could had, a reason to be like that. I'm not a fan of players doing that. I think regardless, you never know how the situation's going to happen, in the draft. I think you should at least be oh, I should land in the top 3 at least, I'm going to go to these top 3 teams at least, whatever like that. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either. I don't think it builds any competitiveness. How can you be the number 1 pick but you don't want to work out for any teams? I don't understand that. And I can see, like you said, you're a once in a lifetime like generational player. I understand that. Like Wemby, you can't. Like, there's no need for him to work out.
Yeah.
You know what you can. But AJ, I mean, it's a toss up between him and Darren for a long time. So I feel like he should have at least worked out to supplement his place as the number one pick. But I mean, it all worked out in the end. So I guess he has a point. But I'm definitely not a fan of that for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And then same with Darren Peterson. I'm pretty sure he only worked out for the Wizards,
Yeah, he did.
which is wild. I don't know.
did.
I just think that's wild.
He did.
And then he
And
didn't
still
get
up
go
going
number one.
to Utah. So they didn't even.
That's wild.
But I expected the top 5 picks to go, in the order they were projected. But it definitely made sense. But how do you think the Wizards are going to be next year with AJ, Trey, you got AD, Alex R? Like, what are their realistic expectations in these Eastern Conference?
Really, I think they have the potential. They're easily potential to be a playoff team, easily. Because shout out to the Knicks though. They obviously just won the chip, so got to give them credit there. But they have Trae Young, and Trae Young's known for stomping on the Knicks court. I'll just put it that way. So, like, I don't know. I think the Wizards, their ceiling is going to be really high next year. If they stay healthy, all the pieces line up. And shout out, they also got former Vol Felix Okpara too, so that's pretty exciting. I think he'll actually be a pretty good piece for them, like a little backup piece. Because he'll do the small things, the things that they would need him to do for the Wizards. But I think they'll be pretty solid next year. I think their ceiling could be potentially, I would say, Eastern Conference Finals would be their ceiling, is what I would say. What do you think?
I agree. I think they're a playoff team right now, though. I feel like they definitely could make the playoffs next year. And I think it's good for AJ. He steps into a situation where he doesn't have to be the number one option. He can take his time and develop because you have veterans on the team like Trae Young and AD, so you don't need to rush. And I think he's under good leadership with them. I think they can teach him how to be a pro, teach him how to be effective in certain moments. But I definitely think he fell into the right team for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then with Darren going number 2, what do you think about him and Keontae in the backcourt and Ace Bailey and Jaren Jackson? They got a lot of young pieces.
They really do. And then they just traded Walker Kessler. I think overall they're fitting together. Seems to be pretty good. The one thing that kind of worries me is like there was, and I don't know how true it is, but there was some Ace Bailey like attitude issues, like that kind of concern. And then now you're getting Darren Peterson, who didn't play a ton of games in college. That would be my only red flag. You're getting a lot of guys that with similar situations, I guess. So that would be my only concern there. But overall, like those dudes can go, like they can play. So I think they could be really good moving forward. I think they need to get just a few more pieces, some big men and stuff like that. But overall, I kind of like how they're fitting together, really. Other than the attitude concerns I wouldn't even say attitude, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. I think maturity is going to be a big issue with them. I think that they find a way to coexist and develop while also being young and learning how the league is operating. I think they'll be effective. But the Jazz are up and coming, though. I think in a couple of years they'll be a team to contend with for sure.
Oh yeah.
But they would have had a crazy big lineup. They would have kept Walker Kessler, Laurie, Jaren. That would have been crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. No kidding. If they had kept Walker,
yeah, for sure,
that would have been a nice lineup.
For sure. What do you think about the Grizzlies getting off of Ja and then making Cam? Is Cam like the franchise? Like, is he like the head of the Grizzlies now? Is he like the number one option?
He may be, dude. And I was really thinking about it, and I was like, what it seems like they're trying to get all new attitude guys, at least in their last 2 drafts. And I love Ja. I'm a massive Ja Morant fan. I think there's just some off-court issues. But really, Cam Boozer might be the new face of the Grizzlies. Like he really might be, and I think he's smart enough to be really good in the NBA. He's not crazy athletic, but he is like that 6'9" ish frame, 6'10" frame, and he can play. Man, he really can. He can rebound. He can do all the little things. I think they do need some more pieces though, because they're hurting for like, I would say, veteran leadership, in my opinion. I think that's where they're going to be hurting the most. But I do like what they're doing overall. I think it's just going to take some time for them to be back, like a consistent playoff team like they used to be. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I was really surprised though that he went 3, given that because Carlos Boozer, his dad is a scout for the Jazz. Then he played for the Jazz franchise. So I'm like, surely Cam is going to go to Utah. But him being in Memphis, I think is a good move. I think he can definitely make Zach Edey better.
Yep.
The defense will be focused on him solely. But I think it was a good move. I think they got younger. I think they got more talent. I think that getting off Ja was hurtful, but at the same time it was needed. I don't think he was wanted there anymore, and I think Cam is going to put them in a good position going forward down the line. And Cam is a winner. He won in high school. He won in college. He won National Player of the Year, but he didn't win the team award. But I think Cam is a winner. I think he's going to make the Grizzlies better in the future for sure. They just need guard play. They have bigs, but they don't have any up point guard or somebody to stretch them. So if they get that, I think they'd be a well-rounded team for sure.
I agree. I was kind of surprised that the Grizzlies didn't go with Caleb Wilson, which obviously he went the next pick to the Bulls. The reason I say that is like Cam Boozer's kind of a slower on foot guy, like with Zach Edey defensively. Caleb Wilson being a little faster on foot, I feel like that would have been a really good pairing with them too. I still think Cameron Boozer's going to be an incredible player. Don't get me wrong, but I just thought the fit with Caleb Wilson would have been really good. But obviously he went to the Bulls. I think he's a home run. I think both of those guys, the top 10 picks were incredible this year. One of the best drafts we've had in a while.
I agree. I think Caleb Wilson going to Chicago is good too. I think he'll be a star.
Oh yeah,
in Chicago. He has all the potential in the world.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
who would you say is the biggest steal of the draft?
I think it's going to be like he went early, and I like him. I like him a lot. A lot of people are going to say Acuff, which I think Acuff was like. I was surprised he fell to 7. I'm going to say Keaton Wagler, however you say his last name. Like, I really like him, and I think he's going to fit well with the Clippers. But now they lost a lot of guys. Like they traded Kawhi. They're moving around a little bit, so I'm curious to see what he does there and how they develop him, because Clippers are known for like developing a guy for like a year and then just moving on from him or whatever, trading him or whatever. So curious to see what they do. What about you? Who do you think?
I think a sleeper, Terrence Reed from UConn. He fell to the Spurs. I think that's a great pickup, because now you can put Wemby on the wing.
Yep.
Like, he doesn't have to play in the post anymore. You have a big, he can rebound. All Wemby has to do is run the floor and just be him. And then they also got the big man from his name is Jade. They got him too. They got a lot of bigs in the draft. So the Spurs, you thought they were big last year, they got even bigger this year. So I think Terrence Reed is a big sleeper for the Spurs, and I think they drafted really good too.
And they also got our guy Jacoby Gillespie. So I'm hyped about that. I think we'll get to see him here in a few days in the summer league. So I'm pretty hyped to watch that Spurs team, because they got 3 VFLs, and then you get to watch, like you said, Terrence Reed. Like, I didn't even think about him, but whenever you texted me, like probably as soon as he got drafted, you're like, dude, I love the Spurs draft. And I was like, I started looking, I was like, he's the one guy that his name stood out, and I was like, dang, I forgot they got him. Like, golly.
He was a beast in college. I think the Thunder did a good job too. They got even bigger getting the kid from Michigan.
Yep.
So now you can put Chet, Hartenstein, and him. So like they definitely have an answer for Wemby. But I think the Spurs and the Thunder did great. I think they were already in position to win, and now they're even better. So kudos to the GMs on both of those teams.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Which rookie do you think will have the longest NBA career?
The longest NBA career. I think the guy from Michigan, he fell to the Mavericks. Morez, Jonathan, the big man.
Mm-hmm.
I think he have a good career because he's above the rim. He plays defense. He's versatile, can guard many positions. His offensive game isn't there yet, but I think that defense will keep you on the floor, and I think his athletic ability will take him a long way. So I think he'll find a role on any team he's on.
I like that pick. I really do. The guy I'm gonna say, and I don't know why, but I love his game, is Bennett Sturts.
Okay.
I really love how he plays. It's like sneaky, but I think he could like play so many different roles. In an offense, he can play like off guard. He can play point guard. He can. Obviously, I think he's better as a PG. And he fell to OKC too. I know we were just talking about them, but I don't know. I really like his game and what he does. I don't know. I think he could have a long career.
Yeah, me too. I think that once again the Thunder did a great job drafting. Like I don't know who,
Literally,
I don't know how they keep getting away with this every year, but they really do a good job. I think Bennett was a great pickup for them too.
Oh yeah, I agree. Also, like Christian Anderson, they must have really liked him like a lot. The Hornets, because they moved on from LaMelo like shortly after that. So obviously they have some other guards there, but they must have really liked this guy.
If you could redo the top picks, would you have them in the same order or would you change it up any?
I would probably change it up. I'd probably have. I'd probably keep the top two the same. I'd probably then have Caleb Wilson, Cameron Boozer, and then I'd probably go Acuff. I know I said Wagler's my like sleeper pick a little bit, but like I don't know. I feel like I'd still go Acuff at 5.
Do you think Wagler starts immediately, given that Kawhi's out the door, or do you think they bring him up? I mean, they don't really have any other guards.
That's what I was about to say. Who else are they gonna? That's a good question.
I feel like he has to start.
I feel like he has to, especially going top 5. Yeah, going top 5. Yeah, I'm sure he will. It's wild. Yeah. What about you? Would you rearrange any of the top 5, or would you keep them the same?
I think I would have taken Caleb. I would have taken Caleb with the Grizzlies pick for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think he was better suited for them. But, I mean, and then Cam would have fell to Chicago, and then Carlos Boozer played for Chicago. So I feel like it would have all fell in order. But I do think if I had to change it, I would pick Caleb over Cam. I think Caleb's ceiling is higher than Cam's. I know Cam is a winner, but Caleb can just do so much.
Literally. I mean, we saw what North Carolina did when he wasn't there. Like they blew the crazy lead in the tournament, and like I feel like he's there. That would not happen. They probably would have been up by a lot.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that really hurt them.
Oh yeah, I agree. So I know you kind of mentioned this earlier, but of the championship contenders, which one improved the most through the draft of those teams? Do you think it's still the Spurs, or do you think the Thunder improved more? What do you think?
I think it's the Spurs. I think their biggest dilemma was rebounding without Wemby on the floor and still being big without Wemby being on the floor, and they attacked that depth. You could tell they had a plan going into the draft. Drafting two bigs back to back, they definitely had a plan to get bigger, and I think they executed. So I think the Spurs are definitely a dynasty in the making for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would say the Spurs. Like you said, if you don't have to put Wemby at the 5, I feel like you can definitely benefit from that because then Wemby can kind of free roam. He's so big that he can like make up so much ground. Like on the defensive side of the ball, like I feel like that getting Terrace Reed was huge for them. I really do.
Yeah, he gives me like Jalen Duren vibes. Like he can rebound, he's above the rim. Like he's a prototypical big man.
Literally. Yeah, I think.
But then imagine having to block out Wemby, and on the other side you got Terrace Reed. Like how do you stop that?
And then you have the guard play. Like they have a ton of guard play to where it's going to make it tough on any other guard. So it's like there's so many mismatches there. I think it's great what they did. Yeah. Do you want to do some rapid fire?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it.
So, we kind of already did the biggest steal, but who's the biggest reach of the draft?
That's a good one. What do you think?
I would say Steinbach from Washington. He went like 14 to the Hornets before like a bunch of other guys, or Jaden Quaintance. The reason I would say him, he hasn't played much. Like he's always hurt or something going on. So it's like I would say him too. One of those two guys would be my picks.
Yeah, I agree. He's been hurt his whole career, and I know he has potential being his size and his ability, but I do think him, get drafted the opposite reach.
Oh,
but I mean, who's to say? Spurs do great at developing, so he may be the next big thing to come from the Spurs. But I don't know. I just think it was a reach initially for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Terrace Reed would have been. I don't know. I know he was later, but I don't know. I feel like he would have been a really good pick right there. Even.
I got another steal.
I want to hear it.
BFL. Nate Ahmed to the Bucks. I think that was a great pickup. I think they got much younger now with Tyler Herro and all the guys they got from Miami Heat. I think Ahmed was a great pickup, and I do think they'll put him on the same routine as Giannis. Giannis came in the league skinny with the same frame as Nate. I do think they had the same game in a sense. Nate could shoot better coming in, but I do think they're the same type, and I do think if they follow the same routine Giannis is on, then I don't see why the sky's the limit for Nate.
Yeah, I that's actually a great pick because I was going to mention that at some point, and I was just waiting to do it. But the reason I like it, a lot of people think that he's going to be a project, which he is a little bit, but I don't think he's as much of a project as people think he is. Like you could see the development over last year, and then they don't realize like in the tournament he was hurt. Like he got hurt in the SEC tournament and had a bum ankle the whole, like he was out and was like playing on a bum ankle, like pretty hurt. But like his game at his size, and he can already shoot, he can already, get in the paint, get to his spots and shoot at that size. Like I don't think we see that very often, especially falling to 13 to the Bucks too, who just traded, their franchise in the same position. So they must have. I think the Bucks really did their homework, and I think they liked Nate Ahmed, and they saw like, hey, we can get a little cheaper on the salary. We could build him up. It's going to take a couple years, whatever, and still be really good. But I like that fit. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that was a good one too. And the Bucks aren't expected to win now, so even if he isn't developed this year, next year, I mean, by the time they get old enough to the point where they're like in win now mode, I think he'll be ready.
For sure. I agree completely.
I think great.
What do you think the worst pick of the draft is. I know that.
The worst. I don't. Was that worst pick? I feel like every guy was kind of.
I feel like
He picked well.
yeah, that's what I thought too. I didn't think there was any like crazy reach really. The one that probably this one's not my worst pick, but the one that surprised me the most, I thought Mikael Brown. I thought he went a little higher than I expected. Like not crazy higher, but probably like 3 picks higher than what I expected. But I don't really know that there was a worse pick. You know, like you were saying.
Yeah, I don't think there was a worst pick. I do think, like you said, McHale was taken a little early. I would have taken Darius above him
Yeah.
for sure, just because Darius is proven. I mean, McHale had an up and down year. He was hurt some. He just didn't really know what you were going to get from him. But I think Darius would have been a better pick. But I mean, Brooklyn isn't going anywhere anytime soon, so I wouldn't expect them to make a good decision.
Yeah, exactly. I just happened to think about another steal. A guy that I think has a ton of potential. It'll take him a little bit. I really like Isaiah Evans. I think his game is fit for the NBA. He was like he was picked 3 of the second round. I like him too, and he went to Minnesota. So I mean, you're already going to have 2 guys that are going to be drawing so much attention. Like I feel like you can get those secondary looks. Sorry, I just happened to see that, and I was like, oh, I meant to mention him too.
Yeah, I just looked it up too, and I saw a couple guys that I think is good too. But I think Isaiah was a good pick too. I think he's knocked down for sure, and if is getting all the attention and LaMelo's getting attention, somebody's gonna get those open looks, and if he can knock those down, he'll carve out a role for sure.
Definitely.
But I think Kingston Flemings on Atlanta was a good pick too. I think Trae Young is gone. They need a face. They need a point guard of the future, and I think Kingston is that. He was a dog in Houston, and he plays both sides of the ball too. So.
Exactly. I like Kingston Flemings, and they say he's like a really, really good kid. He's like a basketball family. I'm pretty sure both of his parents played, and then his sister's like a 5-star. So coming up, and she's committed to Duke, I believe. So that like I like him a lot, and I went back and watched his 40. I think it was 45. He had one. I think he had 45 against. I can't remember who it was now, but he was killing, dude. I love his game. I really do.
Yeah, he's very effective, and he scores on all 3 levels. So I think he'll be a good fit for sure.
Definitely. Do you have a most overrated prospect?
I think overrated. I might get counted for saying this, but I think Yaxel was a little overrated. I think he's a good player, but he also was like one of the oldest picks in the draft. I think that helped him out a little. He was good, but he just didn't do anything exceptionally well. Like he didn't have anything that just really just put him over the edge. And I think that I don't know. I think him winning that championship helped him out a little too.
Yep.
And then being on a good team helps a lot too. But I think Yaxel was a little overrated. It'd be interesting to see what role he plays in Golden State. But I do think he was a little overrated, just in my opinion.
So obviously, I'm a Warriors fan. For those that don't know, I did not like the pick at all. I was actually, I was really kind of disappointed when they picked him because he's had like a lot of off-court stuff at times. He was like failing in high school, like a lot of stuff that didn't necessarily look great on a resume. And then they say he's kind of like punk a little bit. And as a young guy coming in, you can't really be like that, especially on a veteran team. So, I mean, I guess he ended up in one of the better situations for a player of that type, you know what I'm saying? But I still didn't like the pick. I would have rather them went with like someone that I would have rather them honestly went with a big man from Michigan, the big guy. I feel like that would have fit in a little better because they don't have a big man really, like a true big. Like they don't really have 7-footers. You know, they never have because Steph's getting older. I think it's time where they have to change their game plan a little bit. And with Yaxel, you think he's going to fit in a Draymond role? No, he's not. I don't see him playing that way, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how the fit is.
Yeah, and he doesn't shoot the three well either, and that's their whole MO. So he could develop into a 3-point shooter, but I just don't see him just coming in and being effective right away.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
But yeah, that's the big reach for me. I don't know. I think he's a little overrated. Who do you think is going to be Rookie of the Year?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna say Caleb Wilson. I'm gonna go with it now. I think the reason I say that I was really thinking a lot on it, but the reason I say that I feel like he's going to get the ball a lot and he can play both ways, and I think really the Bulls they can build around him. Like I think he's truly a guy that they can build around, and I love his game too. Like I think that translates to almost any style of play. When AJ, being with Trey Young and AD and Alex Sarr, and then some of the other guys, he's probably not going to get the ball as much, in my opinion. And then Darren Peterson, how many of the 82 games, how many games is he truly going to play? He probably won't even qualify for, Rookie of the Year or whatever. And then I could see Cameron Boozer getting in there too, just because they don't have that many weapons. And, like, he's going to get fouled. Like, that's just how he plays. Like, he's going to get to the rack. He's going to get his points. So I would go with one of those two guys. What do you think?
I think Cam. I think Cam he's always been a winner, and I think he'll continue to win. I think that they won't be as good, so the spotlight will be on him anyway. And if he can get them and maybe like the play in, maybe I think he's definitely a shoe in for Rookie of the Year. I do agree though that AJ probably won't get the balls. He will, given that he's the number one pick, but I think his talent will be overshadowed by Trey Young and AD, so he might not get the spotlight that he thoroughly deserves. But I do think that Cam will be for sure. I think he can win Defensive Player of the Year too. I think he plays both sides of the ball too. So he has a bright future ahead of him for sure. But I do think Cam will be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think so too. So if you want, we can move on to free agency / the trade. All the trades that have happened. There's so much stuff that's happened. And then the first one, probably the biggest news in my opinion is Giannis. Moving on, the Bucks moving on from Giannis, going to the Heat for a haul. Golly, him and Bobby Portis got traded. Those of you that don't know, Bobby Portis got traded to the Heat for Tyler Hero and like 50 other people, basically.
Hawkins. I think Khalil Ware was in that trade.
Yeah, it's Khalil Ware. I think there was like 4 draft picks or something crazy. It's wild, man. So what do you think about that?
Before we get into it, I don't think has there ever been an offseason where this much has gone down? I don't think that in the history of the NBA, I don't think there's ever been like this exciting of a season to like be a fun. Like I don't think it's something new every day, like literally.
Every day.
Must see TV. But I do think that the Milwaukee and Giannis relationship had ran its course. I think he did all that he could do for the organization. He won an MVP. He won the championship. What more could you ask for him? They weren't putting him in a position to win. I know the Dame experience didn't go how they wanted it to go. So that kind of put a damper on their relationship too. But I do think that I think the Bucks want this trade, in my opinion. I think Giannis is getting older. Granted, he is a great player, but he is getting older. And the return they got for Giannis, they got much younger, they got healthier, and I do think, and they drafted well too. So I think the Bucks set themselves up for the future well. But Giannis in Miami is going to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
But I don't. I mean, Giannis and Bam. Do you put Bam at the 5 and Giannis at the 4, or like would you put?
I know.
I don't know. Because Giannis usually playing with Brook Lopez. He stretches the floor. He can shoot threes. Bam can stretch the floor, but he's not a consistent 3-point shooter to the point where you'd have to view him as a threat out there. So the lane is going to continue to be clogged up. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how they develop. It's crazy that Bam hit 82 last year, and now he's got Giannis. So those days, that's going to be cut in half, maybe even halfer than that. But I mean, I think it'll be interesting. I don't think this makes them a championship team. No, I think they're still playoffs. They continue in the Eastern Conference, but I don't think they're better than the Knicks. I don't think they're better than Boston. Yeah, I don't think that makes them a championship team. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the move for both teams. Like I get why both teams did it. I think defensively, the Heat, they're going to be insane on the defensive side of the ball. But offensively is where I get a little worried because losing Norman Powell, I think that was a big loss for them. I know he wasn't in this trade, but he signed with the Bulls, and we'll talk about that later. But I feel like with guys clogging the paint that much, I feel like having those 3-point shooters is like crucial. Just with like being able to kick it out and like kind of having them expanded a little more, clear the center of the court just a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're just going to be going straight. Like it's just going to be stuck all in the paint. Like I can already see it. But I think the Bucks definitely won this trade. I agree with you because getting that many guys, you can't really turn that down. You really can't. And then you got Nate Ament technically was in that trade, so I really like the move for the Bucks. They got significantly younger and way cheaper, so makes too much sense for them not to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that. But if I'm Giannis, though, I want to go to Miami? I'm sure he signed off on it, but why was Miami so enticing? Was it the nightlife, or like just being in Miami? Or do you think does he think that much of Pat Riley? I don't know, but I didn't see the fit initially. I mean, they would be great defensively with Davion Mitchell, him, Bam, and they got Tim Hardaway too, so he could shoot a little bit. But I don't think this really was just like, ooh, the Heat are just something to watch out for. I don't think this makes them that type of team at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think they like losing Khalil Ware and Hami Hackett, like some of those role guys, and Tyler Hero for that matter. Like I feel like losing a lot of those role guys I feel like that's going to hurt them for sure.
Do you think they have a chance to win again?
Giannis?
Yeah.
I think they have potential where they could. I feel like they match up better with like the Spurs now, maybe like defensively, but like I think there's potential he could. I feel like they're going to have to do a lot of stuff different than how they typically do it, but I think there's definitely potential. What about you?
So, do you think like Bam could be a number 2 option on the championship team? Because Giannis is your number 1. He's your closer right now. That's
for sure.
But is Bam a valuable number 2?
I would say yeah. I feel like they do need more guard play though. But yeah, I would say yeah. I feel like for me to be like, yeah, they're for sure going to win another one. They definitely need some guards, shooters, another PG. Yeah. I like Davion Mitchell, but like I feel like they need that would be what I would say.
Yeah.
The next big one, Jaylen Brown to the Sixers for Paul George, and some draft picks. What do you think?
Yeah, that really, really shocked me. I mean, I knew it was bound to happen, him getting traded, because their relationship was just, it was bound to happen. But to Philly,
Yeah.
and then Philly just put Boston out in the playoffs this past year. I don't understand why you trade him to I don't get that at all. But if I'm Boston, Jaylen Brown is what, 32, 31, maybe.
Something like
Finals
that, yeah.
MVP, brought you a championship, got you the number 2 seed, 3 seed last year in during the season. Why is he even in trade talks? I don't even understand why he was even brought up.
And they were seeking them. It wasn't like other teams like reaching out. It was like the
Yeah.
Celtics were like actively like, let's trade Jaylen Brown.
I mean, do you want? I mean, I know you want Tatum to have the keys, but he's also coming off an Achilles. You don't know what he's gonna look like. I mean, he was okay towards the end of the year, but you don't know what he's gonna look like next year. So why not stick with what you got and ride it out until it's time to? I just don't understand it at all.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird. Especially, I thought the weirdest part was that he went to the Sixers. Like a lot of people were like, why are we trading? Or they were more like, Paul George is old, whatever. I think it's weirder that he went to the Sixers. Like you said, they put him out, that kind of deal. I will say I probably like this trade a little more for the Celtics side than most people do.
Okay.
I'm not saying I love it or anything like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Paul George is like, I think he's so good whenever he plays, and then I feel like they were in doing this, they're able to get what's his name, the Chandler guy. He lives in Nashville. I don't know why I can't think of his name. From the Knicks. What's his name? I don't know why I can't think of his name. I talk about this to guy all the time. Oh my gosh. Now I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. It happens.
But I feel like that helped them too because they really needed a big guy.
Mitchell Robinson.
I don't know why I said Chandler.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like getting Mitchell Robinson was really big for them too, and I feel like that this kind of allowed them to do it because I'm pretty sure Paul George's contract was a little less than Jaylen Brown's, so it did make for a little more room where they can make some money or have a little more money to spend. And honestly, what this tells me too, it tells me that they have a lot of faith in Peyton Pritchard. That's what I think, and Jason Tatum for sure. I think they think that Peyton Pritchard can make a big leap, and I don't necessarily agree with that. But I feel like that's one guy that they think can make a pretty big leap next year. So we'll see.
I think they put a lot of faith in Tatum too. I mean, I know he's good. He's proven himself, but also you have to think about the Achilles. That would I don't know. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking he's coming off the Achilles. Let me stick to what I know. Let me stick with Brown until Tatum is fully healthy and ready to get back to who he was before. But I do think the other moves that the Celtics did really helped them out. It kind of compensated for them trading. Getting Mike Conley was a big pickup. Of another guard off the bench, another veteran guard that's won before off the bench. And then Mitchell Robinson, he was a key to the Knicks championship team. So I do think those two picks were definitely a good pickup for Boston for sure. And then Boston got Chris Sinak, the big man from Houston. So I do think that's so they made some good moves, but it's also like Jaylen Brown. Like he's at his peak. I feel like he's at the top of his game. So why trade him now? But it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. I do think those Philly-Boston games are going to be must-see TV, though. I do feel like 100%. That's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
If we get that in a playoff series again, oh, my God.
Oh, dude.
And then Philly fans are crazy, so I know they're going to be talking off the wall.
and Boston too. Like
Yeah,
Boston
yeah,
facing
where
the
we go,
Garden
yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
like, God.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that'd
that's
be
gonna be
great.
wild. That's gonna be wild.
But Philly's in a
So
good spot. They got Anthony Simons too, so I think they did a good job too. So I mean, I don't know. The East is picking up for sure, and if Embiid can come back and be at the level he was before, I think that'll be great. It'll be interesting to see how they coexist though, because Maxi's 25, 30 a night, Embiid's another 25. Brown, I mean, somebody has to give up the ball, so I don't know, but I think
and
it'll be good for basketball.
I'm surprised they did it with like I guess Jalen Brown can play the three, but like with VJ Edgecombe, that it kind of shocked me with that they wanted to make this move. At least, I mean, I guess for the Sixers, it was probably a no brainer. They were probably like, yeah, we'll take Jalen Brown for
Yeah,
an aging Paul George.
yeah,
So like, I can definitely see the Sixers. It made a lot more sense for the Sixers to accept this trade.
yeah, yeah, for sure,
The Celtics to be
for
willing
sure.
to do that.
I think it may hurt VJ's progression initially,
Yeah.
but I do think in the long run he'll learn from being around Maxey and Brown and Embiid. So I think it'll help in the long run. But right now, I think he'll suffer a little bit, but I think it'll be good for him in the long run.
Yeah, I think so too.
They still have Drummond too, right? Off the bench, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got some.
they got a decent squad.
Yeah, they do.
They
They
did give
really
up
do.
Grimes though, and they gave up
Yep.
Oubre too. So I mean, lost some shooting, but I think they'll still be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. So, what do you think about Ja going to the Trailblazers?
It shocked me initially because they have so many guards, but I think Memphis was trying to send a message. I think that he didn't. I think that he ruined the relationship that he had in Memphis, and I think they could send him off just to show, like, look, you're not bigger than the program. We still control you. So go to Portland, have fun. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Portland does. I don't see how they're gonna play all those guards, but I don't know. The fit is just not there at all. What do you think?
So, I have a weird conspiracy theory about this.
Okay.
I do. So, Nike obviously is in Oregon. That's
Portland.
in Portland. So, I have this conspiracy theory that John Morant makes Nike so much money,
Okay.
but he never gets to play, right? With the Grizzlies. And the
Right.
Grizzlies they were wanting to trade him, but I feel like the reason they traded him to Portland was because Nike wanted to have guys to kind of like watch over him, like that kind of deal, because he does make them so much money, and they wanted him to be like a good face for Nike. That's what I would say. I want to get your thoughts there.
That I ain't gonna lie, I've never heard that before, but that's valid. That's very valid. I didn't even think about that. That's valid for sure. I was
Like,
thinking
his
in the
shoes,
aspect though that this is just for Ja to get his trade value up again. Like it's a one time. Like he proves himself this year, and then maybe next year he goes somewhere else and contends for a championship. But I don't know but when you put it like that, that's a crazy take.
because like his shoes, they like fly off the
They
shelf.
do.
Like
He has to be
as
the
soon
top
as they get
seller.
released,
Yeah.
literally. So that I don't know. That's my conspiracy theory there. Now Portland, like I think we were texting about it, but they have so many guards. So I'm
They
like,
do.
I'm curious to see what they do there as far as like if they move some more pieces or what they're going to do.
And then Denny Avdia is coming off a crazy season. He was
Literally.
last year. He had a crazy season last year. But I mean, I don't know if this and then you got Dan coming back. So does that hurt his progression? Is he still the same Denny? Because he's gonna need the ball. But I don't know. Do you start? You have to start Ja and Dame in the backcourt. But I don't know. And then you got Drew Holiday still.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. They got so many guards. So what are they going to do with Denny? Are they going to play him at the 4? Like, how are they going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a bigger guy, but I don't know that I'm putting him at, power forward.
You got Scoot too.
Scoot.
Shaden Sharp.
Jaden Sharp too.
Yeah, they have a lot of guards.
They have a lot of guards.
I know.
I do like them getting their new coach. I was pretty.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's a good fit for him, and because he had a good year. Was that? Oh, I can't remember his name now. It's the dude from Minnesota, I believe, right? I don't remember. I think he was Minnesota's assistant. I can't remember, but he was pretty good because I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, I didn't get it initially, but it'll be interesting to see next year.
Heck yeah.
I'm just excited to see him back on the court. I feel like I haven't seen him play in forever.
Literally. And I love watching him play too. Like I love his game. He can pass. He can play. He's athletic. I love watching him play. And speaking about Minnesota, what do you think about the LaMelo Ball trade?
I think they need a vet bad. They need one immediately. LaMelo and Ant. I mean, they're both great players, but Ant is outspoken. I mean, he's not childish, but I mean, he has some tendencies that would say so. But we know LaMelo. He's definitely a kid at heart. But I do think that'll be must see TV. I think them in a fast break situation, I think would be crazy. I think the Wolves needed a younger point guard anyway. But I just don't get why you sign Ayo to that big of a contract if you're gonna bring in Melo. But I don't know. I do think I think it'll be good. I still don't know if they can beat the Thunder or the Spurs in a 7-game series, but I do think it's good for someone to take the attention off Ant because he's never had another star to play with him. So I do think it'd be good to see how they gel in the backcourt.
Yeah, I think it's going to be – they're going to have to change – like, LaMelo's going to probably have to change how he plays a little bit because in my opinion,
definitely.
I think Ant's better. Ant's definitely better than him. So, like, I'm not saying he needs to, like, take his shots or anything like that, but I don't know. I feel like LaMelo's going to have to, like, not shoot it. He's definitely going to have to not shoot it.
And LaMelo's never played winning basketball. Like, he's never – I mean, last year they made the playoffs, of course, but he's never been in a position now to where he has to, like, win now. Like, every position matters. So it'll be interesting to see how his game transitions. But I think it'll be crazy. I think their games are going to be must-see TV, too, though, I think. I think it'll be box office for sure, seeing them play with each other.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they'll have some funny content, too. LaMelo's a kid and a kid. I think, nonetheless, they'll just be hilarious together.
Literally. There's press conferences. They're going to be wild.
Yeah, literally. Just imagine all the stuff they're going to be doing. Together. You think Charlotte, like, do you think they're technically not in rebuild because they got to the playoffs last year, but does this mean like they're handing the keys to Brandon, or what do you think? I mean, they got Kobe White, but he's no LaMelo Ball. But
yeah, from like an outsider, it looks like Charlotte's probably going to be bad. But then you really look at it and you're like, well, if LaMelo's not shooting the ball 50 times and you can distribute that like to all these different guys, Brandon Miller gets more shots, everybody else gets more shots, they may end up being better. And I really, really like their coach. Like, he did an excellent job in year one. So I'm curious to see, how they are and how they fit together. But I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team this year, but I think they're definitely going to be better than most people think. Just with, like, their coach, it's going to be hard not to be good. Like, because he's good and he gets the players to buy in and that kind of thing. It's the first time I think I've ever said that for any Charlotte team. So, I don't know. It was an interesting move, especially to see them get Naz Reid. I feel like they have a lot of people in that same or similar position. So I was shocked that he was in the trade. So they definitely saw something there. I don't know. So Kawhi Leonard got traded to Toronto, back to the Six.
Hmm.
So, what do you think about that move for either team?
I don't. I mean, it's cool going back home. I still don't think that makes them any better. I mean, I feel like they made the playoffs last year. They had a good season, but are they're going to be like championship contenders now? That he's back on the team. No, the East is good as it's ever been. So I don't think. And then how many games you going to get out? Is he going to play full season? Is he going to be the Kawhi last year? Like, what Kawhi are we getting? And that's always a question mark with him. But it'd be good to see. I'm sure the people of Toronto will gladly welcome him back with open arms. But it'll be good to see. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, how many games you're going to get out of him? That's always my thing with Kawhi. I love watching Kawhi play. When he plays, I think he's incredible. But like, I don't know, the Clippers were probably just trying to make money, honestly. Like, make some room in the salary side of things. But and I don't know, maybe they're thinking they can get LeBron, but there's no way he's going to the Clippers. No
Right.
way he goes to the Clippers. But I don't know. Overall, I mean, this move doesn't really move the needle for me either way. I think Kawhi has the potential to be like really, really good when he does play, but he plays so little, so it's like I don't
Yeah. Yeah.
know.
And
What
then
do you
I
think?
don't think they could repeat that championship team they had. They had Siakam, Lowry,
Yep,
Leonard. Like they had a
yep,
squad around him. Now they have Scotty Barnes,
yeah,
Quickly, and RJ Barrett. I mean, they're
yep,
still good guys, but they're not like
yep.
championship team at
Agreed.
all.
I agree completely. Completely agree. Um, what do you think about Walker Kessler to the Lakers?
Finessed. He finessed for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. To not play all last season and then hold out on the Jazz just to go to LA, yeah, he definitely finessed the system. I mean, he's a good double guy. I mean,
Yep.
is he gonna be the same player next year, or like what are you gonna get from him? Is he gonna develop into something more? I mean, and then he's going to LA, so the pressure is gonna be on immediately,
Immediately. Yep.
and they're in win now mode. And
Yep.
and Luca requested a big like him specifically, so he has to do or die in a sense. But he definitely finessed the system for sure.
What what I don't get about this move is like, why didn't Palinka do this whenever LeBron and AD were there, and AD literally was like, I need give me a big man. I'm not trying to play the five all the time. So like, and now they do it. I don't know. I just think it's weird that they did it now. And Walker Kessler got the bag. Like he got paid. So yeah, I don't know.
I haven't really seen a lot of him though. Is he like a post presence or he just like a live threat and block shot?
I I think he's definitely the best post presence they've had in a long time, in my opinion.
Can he shoot though? Can he stretch the floor? Or
He can a little bit. He's not like a true like shoot threes all the time kind of guy. He's really good defensively too. Like
yeah,
I will say, he's really good defensively, which that'll definitely help with Luca and Austin Reeves. Not that they're bad, but like they're not known
yeah,
as
but they need the
defenders.
help for
They
sure.
need some
For
defensive
sure.
help, especially losing LeBron. Um, yeah, they're definitely gonna need
I
some
would
help
have
defensively.
I would have much rather them got Jalen Green. I think he would have been better
That's what
suited
I was
to
thinking.
the way Luca plays, the way Austin plays. I think he would have fit better. But I mean, maybe Walker will turn out to be an all star next year. Maybe he's just what they needed. Luca's also known for making bigs better, so maybe he has the potential to unlock something inside Walker that we haven't seen before. And they still
Yeah,
have 8 too. So I mean, playing both
yeah,
of them would be great.
yeah. I think so too. Because Aiton started to play better, but I'm still not a big Aiton guy. Like I just don't think he's just not it
Yeah.
personally.
Other than he might be one of the worst number 1 picks ever.
Yes,
Like
yes,
that sucks to say, but he might be one of them for sure.
yeah. Like yeah, I agree.
Like he hasn't developed any, like at all.
At all. Yeah, I think if anything, he might have regressed. He's
Yeah.
gotten bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't look like he wants to play basketball.
No. And then you're the starting big man for the Lakers, and your own point guard comes out and says, "Look, I need a center." Like, damn, this is like a slap in the face to you. So I don't understand how that relationship is gonna coexist. But I do think he needs to come off the bench. I think Walker should be the starting big and bring Aiden in certain minutes. Walker needs a break.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you completely.
But speaking of the Lakers, though, do you think Austin and Luka is a winning backcourt? Like, what do you think about that? What do you think about Austin's contract? Like, what do you think about the Lakers as a whole?
Dude, the NBA just throws money around like it's crazy.
Literally, I need to find me a role. I need to do something.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be
floor,
scrubbing the floor.
Yeah, tie their shoes
had the
up.
towel
Something. I need something.
You want me to rebound at practice?
Something.
I got you. Yeah, I mean they literally throw the money around. It's crazy. And I get why they have to play 82 games now because they got to pay all these salaries.
Right.
So they're like, we got to make the money. But I mean, he got paid a bag. It was what, 3 or 4 year, 128 million or something crazy. That's so much money, dude.
He got cooked in the playoffs. Cooked.
Literally. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of money. I'm surprised. I don't know that they can win, but I don't know that they're going to win a championship.
Yeah, they'll compete for sure.
Because, I mean, Austin Reeves is an incredible player, but, like, Luka's good enough to carry you to a championship, but I don't know that Austin Reeves is the best number 2 option. I don't know. For a championship team is what I'm saying. I don't know. That's probably a hot take, but I don't see him as the number 2 option on a championship team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, AJ Mitchell literally just looked at him as a clone last year, so I don't see how he's worth that much. I know he did hold the team down when Luka was hurt and LeBron went down. He held his own, so he did deserve to get paid. But as much as he did, I don't see it at all. I don't see him being a second option on the championship team. He needs to be your like 3rd, 4th option.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
And then you have Luka too, who doesn't play any defense. So I don't see how they have a recipe for winning. They can't outscore everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do think the Lakers are kind of in no man's land sense. I mean, they have the star of their future, but I don't think they're in the championship window right now.
I agree. I'm right there with you. I completely agree. I do want to talk about one guy that the Rockets got. Shout out to your Rockets, Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart.
I do actually like that. I actually like that move for the Rockets. I did want to see him, like we were talking about yesterday. I did want to see him make a few more moves, but I want to get your thoughts on the Marcus Smart.
Yeah, initially I didn't. I'm like, Houston, are y'all gonna? You know that the draft is like, is anybody home? I mean, I don't understand, but I do think Marcus was a big pickup. We needed a point guard bad, especially a defensive-minded point guard. So I do think Marcus is a great pickup. We don't know how Fred's going to look next year, so having that someone that's already proven, I think Marcus is a great pickup. And then we got Bogey from the Clippers too. I know he didn't have a good year last year, but he's another shooter to space the floor out with KD and Sengun in the game. So I do think we made a couple good pickups, but I'm like, bro, why are we not being aggressive? We could have got Jaylen Brown. We would have gave up a couple pieces for Brown. That would have been perfect. And then we just signed Tari Eason, just got a 4-year extension too. So I'm like, he was okay in the playoffs. But,
he was okay.
He's young and has time to develop, but Tari Eason, come on, bro.
And he really struggled for like a pretty good stretch last year too. So that's why whenever he got the 4-year contract, I was like, I meant to tell you that too, or talk to you about that too. But I was like, that's a little
He went
weird.
through a slump.
Yeah. Again, he did pick it back up in the playoffs,
Yeah.
but
I will say though, the New Jerseys in Houston, I'm a fan. I like that. I will say I like the third. I'm gonna have to give me some. I like the New Jerseys we got. But I'm excited. I think we'll be good. I'm interested to see how Fred gels with the team. But I think we'll
yeah,
be good.
I think so too. Um, what do you think about John Collins going to Detroit? Detroit's probably going to lose Jalen Duren. They lost Tobias Harris. Lost quite a few pieces. What do you think about John Collins going there?
I think it'd be good. It's another lob threat, and then he can shoot too, so he spaces the floor.
Yep.
I do think they weren't aggressive either. I think they let the trades go by and they weren't aggressive enough. I think the Jalen Duren stuff kind of like prevented them from being aggressive because they don't know his situation. But I think Collins was a big pickup. I think that they could have, maybe added some more pieces. I think Jalen Brown could have went to them too. I mean,
Yep.
him and Cade in the backcourt, that would have been great. Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I think they'll be good again. I think Cade is a star already, so I think he'll carry them to a top seed. But I do think they should have been more aggressive. But John Collins is a good pickup.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's more of a veteran than Duran per se. So I kind of like the fit in Detroit because I do think they need some veterans now that they did lose Tobias Harris. He was kind of the older guy on the team,
Mhm.
and then I feel like at times I love Jalen Duren's games, but I feel like at times he didn't always like fit into the role they were trying to fit him into. I guess. Um, like I think he would have been really good at like kind of a forward, not having to play the five all the time. Like I know he's a bigger guy and he can't really shoot all that great. Um, so getting John Collins, I kind of like that fit. I really do.
I don't think Jalen Duren's going anywhere. I don't think
Yeah,
there's a market for him anymore. I feel like
agreed.
Walker's gone to LA, so I think he has to stay and has to take the number that Detroit gives him, which sucks. But
Literally.
he has nowhere else to go. So
And I think if those two are together, I think that will be nice.
yeah,
If they can have both those guys, that'd be really
yeah.
nice.
We didn't even mention. Well, you briefly mentioned it, but Tobias going to San Antonio too. So they really, really had a good offseason.
Really good off season.
They really killed it. They definitely did. Bringing in a veteran presence like him, he doesn't have to. If he gives you like 10 points, you're solid. Like he doesn't need. You don't need a lot from him at all. A couple big
Literally.
shots here and there, you're good.
Yeah, literally. Like I feel like all that the Spurs will need, he can do.
Literally,
Hey, hit a couple threes here and there, get a couple buckets here and there,
good.
play defense, be consistent. Like
Yeah,
that's one thing he has been since he's been in the NBA. He's been pretty consistent.
yeah.
He's had his slumps at times, but for the most part, that's why he's fit in the NBA for so long. So I love that fit too, going to San Antonio. Golly, they just got so much better this offseason.
Yeah, they did. The
It's
rich got richer for real. Like
literally.
it'd be interesting to see how they come back from their experience last year in the championship to see what they can do again. What are your Warriors gonna do, man? Like, y'all still in the LeBron hunt, or what's going on? You got Porzingis coming back, you got Butler coming back, you got DeAnthony Melton, but what's gonna happen? What's in the cards for y'all?
I've never seen an old team get older. That's all I have to say. Because even their draft picks, the oldest guy in the draft. It's like, what are we doing?
Maybe that's their MO. Maybe they want older guys with seasoned experience, but
More like bad knees and ankles. Bro, it's like I don't know. And then Draymond's not coming back either, so it's like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. It's a whole weird situation, and I'm like, I have no clue what they're going to do. They re-sign Al Horford. Yay. And Porzingis. Yay.
Yeah, they didn't make any big moves
at all.
Just
I
like you
think
have
they're
said.
literally, yeah. They're literally just trying to get LeBron at this point. I think. I don't know.
And that
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, it would be crazy to see LeBron and Steph play together. Yes, it would. But as far as like winning at the end of the day, I don't. That doesn't. They're not winning. There's no defense out there, none.
Literally. And then Jimmy is going to be coming off of an ACL tear, and so he probably won't be back till, December.
And
so
he
it's
doesn't
like
play until the playoffs. So like
exactly. And so it's like I don't know. I'm really disappointed in it.
Yeah.
And like LeBron in the LeBron situation, it feels weird like going to the complete rival, like your biggest rival for years. I don't know, it just feels so weird if he does go. I don't know. I don't think I really like it, honestly, but
yeah, I don't either. I don't either. His best bet is somewhere else. Literally. Speaking of him, though, what do you think about his future? Like, what's next for him?
Not making movies. I'm just kidding. But I wasn't too big of a fan of the new Space Jam.
You didn't like it? It didn't compare it to the original?
It was all right. I liked the original better.
Yeah. I don't think that could be duplicated ever.
Exactly. I don't know. I think it's about time for retirement. I really do. I think it is. Like, when you're 41, 42, like, are you just trying to get money at this point? Like, I know he's wanting to play, but you're just prolonging the inevitable, Go spend time with your kids, man. Well, kids, half of them are adults now, or over half of them. So it's like, go spend your time with your family. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think he's gonna return to Cleveland, have a storybook farewell tour, which is the perfect way to end it. I think that'll be great.
That's fair.
I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but him, like, if he went to Washington and kind of like outdid Jordan the last few years of his career, that'd be crazy too. But
that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. But I think him going to Cleveland would be his best bet. And they have great pieces around him, so I think that'd be good.
Dude, I'm over here thinking if he did go to Washington, they'd be good.
They'd be solid. Like,
they'd be good, dude.
They'd be really solid. And then you can get back at Jordan you can just show Jordan how it's really done.
Literally.
That'd be a jab for real, though. There's no way he would go down
that he was
trying to be. Yeah.
Literally be petty. That'd be wild. I kind of like that fit, dude.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie, like that fit
be crazy.
Would be nice. Because then you could have Trey at the 1, AJ at the 2 would be crazy. LeBron at the 3, 80 at the 4, and Sarr at the 5.
That would be insane.
That would be a crazy lineup.
That would be insane. They'd be really good.
They would be really good.
They would be really, really good. That's crazy to think about, but they'd be great.
That's wild.
What do you think about the Lakers, bro? I feel like they signed every player in known demand within the past. Like, as soon as they got rid of LeBron, it was like boom, 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 boom.
I know. You texted me. I was at work or something, and you're like, dude, the Lakers are getting everybody. And I looked down at my phone, and there was like 4 guys, like back to back to back. It was like Colin Sexton, Quentin Grimes, and someone else. It was like back to back to back. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, they're not wasting any time.
For real, they were waiting to get LeBron out of there.
Literally.
I'm glad that they signed Bronny back another year, so which is that's love. I ain't gonna lie, that's love. But I don't know. I think they were getting real busy in free agency.
I want to know what they're going to do with our guy, Dalton Knecht. Because now they have so many shooters. That's like the whole team, straight shooters.
Yeah.
Other than I mean, they're big men, but it's like you don't really need those guys. I don't know.
Speaking
Shooting three.
speaking of them, though, it's been a little controversy. What do you think about Stephen A's comments about them? How like an all white lineup can't win a championship because they had all white guys. What do you? I mean, I know he's a prominent broadcaster and he's been established in this industry, but some stuff you just know you shouldn't say. Like what? Even if you're thinking that, then why do you think that's worth it? Especially in the times we're living in.
Dude, that is such a wild statement.
Like what?
That's so wild, dude. And it's not like I care. I'm to the I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, bro, you probably shouldn't say that. And I mean, now watch him go out. Like, what are you benefiting from saying that? Like,
Right.
are you gaining anything? So it's
Right.
like, why does that matter
Why
to
aren't
you?
you?
You know what I'm saying?
Not like for years. He should be trained not
Yeah,
to say stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was shocked to even hear. I'm like, what, bro? Like, why? Why would you say that on national TV? But
Clickbait.
yeah, for real, it definitely
Clickbait.
worked. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know.
But yeah, man, this free agency's been crazy.
It has been wild. Definitely the wildest that I remember. I don't think there's ever been one like this. Free agency, you know, the draft was crazy good this year. One of the best ones we've had in a while, in my opinion. And then the trade, all the trades that happen. I mean, it's crazy off season. It's a crazy month of June and start of July.
Literally, I'm excited to see summer league. I want to see how all the guys are going to compete.
Starts
What do you
tomorrow.
think? Yeah, I think that'll be fun. I think AJ and DP going at it. I think that'll be a good rivalry for their entire careers. I think that'd be good.
I think so too. I'm so hyped for summer league. I love watching the summer league, getting to see the young guys play, and you always get these like random guys that didn't get drafted or whatever that just like hoops, like
Yeah.
they're playing out of their minds. So it's fun. I'm excited for it.
Have you seen the? I think it's the Magic, their summer league roster. They got like straight old guys. They got like Cam Reddish. They have like their summer league team is old as heck. I don't
What
think it was
the heck?
any young guys at all. They
Really?
had a bunch of old.
I'm gonna have to
guys.
look at it. Yeah, I was kind of like glancing over all the summer league rosters the other day at work, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. Do you want to talk about any more free agents?
Not really. I think Norman Powell's a good pickup. He played really well last year. I think Uber to the Pacers is going to be good. I think the Pacers in general will be better next year with Halliburton coming back. You got Siakam still. Nimhard is still good. Neesmith. They got Uber. They'll be solid.
The other guy that I like that kind of fits there pretty well, and he went like second round, Braden Smith. I thought that was like a sneaky pick for them because like
Yeah, it was.
he's not like crazy athletic. He doesn't do anything special, but like as far as like fitting in with them, I think he fits in well, and that's where he's from, and that's where he played in college. So it's like
Yeah.
a match
Perfect.
made in heaven, you know?
I think he plays that TJ McConnell role. I think he can definitely be
Exactly.
another version of him for sure. I think that'd be good though. A little backup for Halliburton.
That's what I was. That was.
I'm
my
interested
thought.
to see him come back next year too.
Me too. I like Halliburton.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about like his jumper and all that, and
But they go in.
I'm like, it goes in. Yeah, it's all that matters.
Do you think the Knicks have a chance to repeat or no?
Definitely have a chance to repeat, but I think losing
Mitchell Robinson, yeah.
Mitchell Robinson, that hurts big time.
Yeah.
And
he
then they got
rebounds for them.
Tyler Nickel. Shout out to Nashville.
Yeah. T Nick.
Shooter.
T Nick. Yeah. I I don't know. The East is going to be back to its full strength next year. And then you've made so many moves. You got Boston, Philly, Toronto, Cleveland. They were in a good position last year. Detroit. I don't know. It'll be good.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped. I'm super hyped for it. It's
You have
going to
any
be a
early?
lot more like well-rounded, in my
Yeah.
opinion, than it
You have
has been.
any early championship guesses?
Oof, super early. I'll say I'm gonna go with Sixers. I'll go with the Sixers. Either the Sixers in the East. It'll either be the Sixers, in my opinion, or I could see the Pistons.
Okay.
That'd be my. Actually, take that back. I'm gonna go with the. I'll say the Heat. I'll say the
Okay.
Heat. That'd be my sleeper. Is the
Okay.
Heat. My hot take.
Okay.
Then the West. I think it's gonna be OKC or the Spurs.
Yeah, it'll be that for a while.
It's gonna be that for a while. Yeah.
yeah.
What about
I
you?
think I low key think Boston. I know the trade was kind of crazy, but if you can get Paul George healthy, give you like 15, 20 a night, you get Tatum, give you 25. You got Derek White, you got Pritchard, you got Mitchell Robinson giving you lobs and rebounds. I
Yep.
think they'll be back to
I
championship.
almost said then. I was so close, but I was like, I don't know.
I just
So,
wish
yeah.
I wish the basketball gods would give us a Boston Philly conference finals. Boy, that would be a CTV. That'd be
Oh,
great.
that'd be great. That would be crazy.
But I think Boston and probably the Spurs.
I like it. I like that one.
I think the Knicks. I don't know. It's just so hard to keep a championship team together after you win because everybody wants more money. People are out the one door. People getting money thrown at them. You just don't know like how to keep the team together. But yeah, I think that I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too.
What'd you think about like is Brunson like the greatest Knick ever?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I had to think for a second. The reason I say that, like, he didn't single-handedly necessarily carry them, but he was pretty close
In
to
a
it.
sense, he did. Yeah.
He was pretty close to it. Like, and like the way he plays the game, like I love watching him play just because like he's extremely gifted, but he plays like so fundamental and like he knows how to use his body and he's a tough dude. Like he's like getting beat. He's truly getting beat up. He's not like a
Yeah, he
flopper.
is.
So like playing the way he plays and stuff and taking them to the finals and winning the championship, I think that's insane. I really do. So I would say, yeah. What do you think?
I think they've never had a guy. I mean, Patrick Ewing, but we never saw him play.
That's what I was
He
about to say.
good, but
Right.
then like Bernard King, Tennessee legend, but I never saw him play either. But
Exactly.
I think he's the greatest. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
To
I
win
think so.
finals MVP and bring the city a championship and hit all the big shots you need. Yeah, I think. Yeah. And he took a pay cut. Yeah, he has to be New York royalty now for sure.
And lost what 4 games in the playoffs
Right.
or whatever. Is not something like that. 3 or 4 games the whole playoffs is insane as a
The
whole.
Spurs were whooping him all series, but he was getting tossed around.
For sure.
I think he's the greatest thing ever. I don't know.
Yeah, and he had 45 in the game 5 or whatever, 40 something.
Who's one player that you didn't get to see much of last year that you're just excited to see come back?
That's a good one. I would probably say I didn't get to see much of him, but I got to say my guy Steph.
Okay.
Like he was hurt a lot of last year, so I didn't really get to watch him that much. I mean, yeah, that's probably who I would say. What about you? I would like to see Van Vliet too, or Kyrie, bro. Kyrie.
Fred would be nice too, but Kyrie, I have to see.
Forgot about Kyrie.
I have to. A full season to recover. Yeah, I want to see him come back.
I completely forgot about Kyrie too, and then the coach that the Mavs got from Michigan, he's won everywhere he's been.
Yeah.
He freaking took Florida Atlantic to the championship or whatever, or the Final Four, and it's like, I think they're gonna be good.
If he has the same success, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. With Kyrie, Cooper Flag, like I kind of like.
They'll be solid.
What's
Clay,
happening.
they got Lively still. PJ, they'll be good.
Yeah, they will. They will be good.
They'll be really good. But I think that's it as far as like basketball talk. We've been on here for an hour.
I know.
It don't even seem like.
Literally, I was surprised when we were talking or getting ready for this. I was like, dude, we're gonna talk for like 3 hours. I was like, there's so much to talk about.
Right, bro. Like
The hour and a half's good. That's a good.
So much happened in such a short period of time. But one thing we always like to do is end our podcast off with a verse. We wouldn't be here without our Lord and Savior. So we always like to give a verse for encouragement and just to help our viewers out along the way. So I can go first, Caleb, but you can go. It doesn't really matter.
It don't matter. You can go.
The one I have is Romans 8:28. I don't know if we've said this before already, but the verse reads, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." And I think that's just important. I mean, people go through ups and downs. Life is about challenges, but in the end, if you're called to his purpose, everything's going to work out in the end. So I wouldn't worry about all the things you're facing in life. I know life can be challenging, but in the end, just know he's with you, and it'll work out in your favor in the end. And that really sticks beside me. What about you?
Yeah, so mine's in the book of Romans as well. I love the book of Romans. It's a letter to Rome. So it is really, really good. So mine is Romans chapter 1, verse 16. And it says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel because of its power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile." So the reason I wanted to share this one is because we try to do this, or we do this every episode, and we really want to encourage everyone to share the gospel. That's so important in our faith, and it should be important that we tell the people the love that we've experienced from Jesus. And so I definitely want to encourage everyone watching to go share your faith. Go share it with somebody. Go talk to them about Jesus. Talk to them about what he's done in your life, and then plant the seeds, man. That's what I like to say is plant seeds. So I really wanted to share that one today.
It's big. Too. Definitely.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here if our parents and our people around us didn't share the gospel with us. So I do think that's vital, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But going forward, we have some exciting news. We got some special guests maybe joining us in the future. We got some opportunities in Knoxville. Caleb, you want to speak a little more on that?
Yeah. So big shout out to Blake Derrick and Sean Green. They're starting what's called it's a Pro Edge is what it is. And they've allowed me to, and Colin soon to be, go and interview a bunch of players and stuff like that. And then next summer, they're going to be doing some potentially a summer league and that kind of deal in Knoxville. So that's going to be big time, and I'm super excited about that. Ready to really get check out our interviews with the players and stuff like that. And please subscribe and follow. Check us out because, like Colin said, we have a couple big interviews, hopefully to be getting planned soon from some big time guys in the area and that kind of deal, and some guys that play pro or are going to play pro, and then some big time D1 guys, G League guys, that kind of thing. So super excited for what is to come, but big shout out to those guys for allowing us to go interview guys and stuff like that in their current open runs.
Definitely. I haven't met Derek. I met Sean, but Blake. I haven't met Blake, but I've met Sean. Definitely appreciative to those guys for allowing us to use our platform to uplift theirs and also help us out some too. So, and then shout out to the players. Thanks for being open and honest and allowing us to question you guys. I know that they'll be playing out the games and stuff, and they always want to talk to us. But I'm definitely appreciative of them. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to you too for putting us in the door. Doing the legwork for that. So definitely appreciative. But yeah, that's it. Some exciting news for our viewers to look out for in the future. Thanks for being patient with us. I know it's our first time doing this. Still got a lot of things to learn. Still got some things to work on, but definitely excited for how far we've come thus far, and then excited to see what the future holds for us. For
sure. Heck yeah, man.
Sure.
Yeah, we're super excited. I did want to also say, check us out. Shop with us, man. Shop, get some center court merch. We have some more merch on there if you're a Tennessee fan. We have a Tennessee shirt in there as well. And then for the ladies, there's a shirt for the ladies in there, picked out by my wife. She helped me design it. So
shout out Madison.
Shout out to Madison. But yeah, check us out. Copy that QR code and go to our store. Check us out, man. We'd appreciate it big time. But I did want to say one last thing is, Colin, thank you for always being here and even being willing, because I know I can be annoying at times. So I appreciate you hanging in, man. And I'm excited for what's to come. I think there's big things coming, and I do appreciate you big time.
No
and then
all love, man.
all love. I do want to thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We know we went kind of long today, but I do appreciate you guys big time. I do want to say, comment your thoughts on the NBA free agency or NBA draft, summer league. Let us know in the comments, and we'll try to address those in our next episode. Definitely like, follow, subscribe. We love interacting with you guys, and hopefully we'll come up with some ways to interact with you all some more. Sure. But make sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere else. We're at Center Court Pod on all those. We appreciate your support. And Colin, you got anything else?
I'm good. Thank you guys for supporting thus far, and continue to be on the lookout for us in the future. Got some big things coming, but thank you guys.
Heck yeah. Y'all have a good one.
See ya.